Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Netrunner players. We are back live from World Championships 2025 here in Edinburgh, Scotland. My name is Cranked, pronouns he, him.
My name's Juniper, pronouns she, her, and I'm real excited. It's the final round of the Swiss. We're going to see who gets into the top cut. We've got our standings in. It's going to be a bit before they pair the next round just to make sure everyone gets their things in. But we can check who is at there. Oh, round 14 is paired. But for now, we can check who is in the top cut. I believe... so we have a couple players who are confirmed to definitely have made it. Analyze Chris, obviously.
Yeah.
12 wins in a row. You're not missing out there.
What a run. What a run from Chris.
Alp also at 33, so 11 wins. I believe that is definitely making it.
And with two IDs, I don't think anyone expected to make any noise. Barry, Baz Wong, and Mirror Morph. Fascinating stuff.
Wild stuff.
Yeah.
Mirror Morph is not the deck I expected to see in the top cut. There's a number of people at 31 who I believe have all said that I think we're definitely going to make it in. Kikai, D-Dark, Vedi, Zomzraft, and Bowsley, all saying all almost certainly going to make it in. Then we've got how many players on 30 from spots 8 through 13 at 30 points. So all possibly in. From there is when it gets tricky. There are how many on 27 points? There are slots up to slot 42 from, oh my gosh, from 19th to 42 all have 27 points. So any one of these players, if they hit 30, could potentially claim it. All of those players are going to be competing to get 30 points. And at 30 points, it's
very
dicey whether you win based on strength of schedule. There's a few players that are really interesting here. Frieden, the Robin, Trait, Mortimer, and the King. All of them, if they win, are definitely in.
Yes.
Because they're at 30 points. They're at between 30 and 27.
The Robin's Mercury deck is profoundly cool.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I'd love to see that. Okay. Yeah, so... looks like we're going to get a game. I'm not entirely sure who it'll be. We'll find out in a bit.
Getting the game up on the stream table shortly, so we'll be live with more gameplay here any minute. As I said, the rounds are getting paired.
All of those players are at a point where they can't ID successfully, especially the ones that are at 28 points, because 29, with that many players on 27, not going to get it to you. But if you win, you're instantly past 30, so you're going to guarantee your spot in the top cut.
A win and in is always really exciting.
Yeah, win and in is always really exciting.
Every game of Netrunner is a thrill ride, but a win and in, really putting all the marbles on the table. Winner takes, well, I was about to say all, not quite all yet, but winner locks their spot in top 16. Really exciting stuff.
We can also say we're seeing there's a lot of, I just noticed that Trat at 28 points is on Nuvum. I got to cheer for that. I'm a Nuvum player. I've been playing so much Nuvum recently. I adore the deck. I do dumb stuff with it, not good stuff. I'm not like good at Nuvum. I play Nuvum Moonpool for fun.
That's sick.
Makes me happy. But I really enjoy. I hope that we get to see a Nuvum in the top cut.
Any 54 card deck, I'm like automatically kind of into. Shout out Free Museum.
There's a couple of. What's really interesting is that up in the top 16, we have a couple of NBNs, but the best and the same number of Waylands. Which, if you check the number of entries into the tournament, Wayland had far more than NBN. There were only like 10% NBN, but like 23% Wayland. Yet, like, the same two decks may be making it to the top cut for both of them.
Yeah, NBN's in a really interesting spot. We saw it make a lot of noise at World Showdown, particularly Epiphany, with, I think, the best win rate and conversion rate for any singular identity. But it was sort of a question mark of, was this sort of an anomaly? Were people just not packing the tech for NBN assets? Because a lot of players, myself included, thought the faction was in a really tough spot after the touch-ups ban.
Yep. Just got to get the table name so we know who's playing at this one, and then we will be ready to go. If we can get that info from the table. As soon as we can get the table name and number. Doesn't sound like we can hear Izzy, so we need a quick second to figure this out. Give us a second while we're figuring out exactly who's playing.
It's a work in progress, folks.
Oh, getting it in. So yeah, all right, we got the table info, so we'll be heading to the game in just a second.
It's a mystery to me over here.
Yeah, I don't know who's playing yet.
I cannot see the stream table from where I'm sitting. I'm very, very excited to see what is going to be on coverage. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, I just got word for what we're getting. We are getting Ghost Meat against the man, the myth, the legend, former world champion, Chris Dyer, aka
Oh,
Nemamiah.
that's exciting.
This is new school versus old school. Do we know the sides? Who's playing what?
Let's see. So,
okay, looks like Chris is going to be playing Sable, and it means Ghost Meat is going to be playing Ayuko, the big bad egg. Ghost Meat, for those of you unfamiliar with him, I believe he is out of the Vancouver area in Canada. Famously one of the best PE players to ever do it. However, PE out the door, rotated, no longer playable. So he has decided to purchase a dozen eggs and join the legion of Ayuko players, and has been racking up quite a body count here.
Both players at 27, so if they win, they have a chance to get in. It's a rough chance because so many people are at 27 points. But if they win, they'll at the very least be on the bubble. We'll see what could potentially happen.
All they need is a chance. Sometimes all you need is a chance.
And either way, it's going to be a very exciting game.
Yeah, Chris is, if you haven't watched Chris Dyer play Netrunner, it's like poetry.
Yep.
He is, not the ID, he is absolutely incredible, so thoughtful in his play. There's a reason he was world champion back in 2016.
So both players had 9 wins and 4 losses. We'll see whether they can manage to hit 10, which is potentially the number.
We are underway. Mandatory draw for Coast. It looks like we're going to ice up HQ.
Interesting players, although I'll say it's a matchup we've seen a lot today. Sable versus Alco might be the second most common after Sable versus Leo is the most common matchup to see today.
It is. I believe Ghost Meat is on an Oppo research build.
Interesting.
I think we actually see the world's alt art from last year in hand for him right away, as well as a hybrid release, couple pieces of ice.
Slightly different build. Nemamiah not on the Dolls build of Sable. Haven't seen that as much today.
Yeah.
A lot more people on your standard Crim Breakers. I'm a little bit sad about that because I love the funny dolls, but a lot more people just going for your normal Kuripiras, stuff like that.
Speaking of Kurapira, here it is, the funny backwards foot man, breaking barriers.
I wonder if that's due to the presence of Leo in the tournament, just worrying about like how expensive some of that ice is to break, and knowing that Kurapira can potentially get through barriers easier.
Yeah, and then the bypass coming back as well.
Yeah.
Seeing the card off the top of R&D. Look to Kahanse review.
Can't do anything with that. Definitely would have been nice to see an early steal or something. I'm always curious with Alco. The sooner that they can start putting counters on it, the better.
Yes.
That's the main thing with Alco. You have to get that early start with counters on it, whether that's through Bladder Word for damage or whether that's through something else, whether that's through Cohort is the usual way. Any way to just start getting those counters, because once you have them, you can then use the draw to accelerate into other things that give you counters.
The machine feeds itself.
But you have to get those first counters, and getting those first counters can be really difficult if you're up against someone who really knows what they're doing.
Now, we didn't see Ghost Meat res that first installed card in the remote in server 1 there. Here's that copy of Hansei.
Playing a Hansei. Well, that does indicate at the very least that you don't have to worry about Bladder Word.
Yes.
I'm not seeing a ton of Bladder Word today, but did see it in a round just a little bit ago in a couple of rounds, round 12, I believe. And as soon as the corp goes up to 10 credits, okay, I don't have to worry about being pinged down like that.
Rolling HQ Mark, drawing up with Dr. Nuka here. What do you think Chris is looking, or what do you think Nemamiah is looking for in this case?
I'm not sure. I mean, there's a lot of good options. All the criminal cards are just pretty good.
Yeah.
Obviously, getting a Sentry Breaker down feels really great against any Jinteki.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just anything like Saisentan.
All right. Going to check archives, I believe.
Yeah, keeping archives clear, very key in the Ayuko matchup. Can't let them have freebies off of things like Moonpool or Cohort Guidance Program.
See where this might go. Going to let the run.
That's
a giveaway a Fuji.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, so that's going to lose you. Now, this is an interesting play because it's dangerous, but it does get you that second counter. You do now definitely have that second counter, and you can start accelerating.
Now, this makes me wonder, was Ghost Meat setting up a Regenesis play by any chance?
Could be. One of those cards could be a Regenesis, although, I mean, it makes you want to go check them both.
It does, yeah.
Going to draw up instead with Nuka. And then
Nuka should be trashed?
Yeah, Nuka should definitely be trash. There we go.
Thanks, Chris.
Right. Then we'll see. Yeah, putting that second counter there, that's so important. probably the only reason you would let the Fuji fire, I
Right.
think.
Right.
It's a dangerous thing, although maybe you're also just so flooded that you're more worried about other things. I'm not entirely sure.
This does also set up big Oppo research, though.
It does. What's the limit on Oppo research again? Is it 3 or 4?
Threat 3.
Threat 3.
we're
Okay,
there.
so Oppo is ready. You could Oppo this turn.
Chris sitting on exactly 8 credits, so he would need to essentially skip his entire turn to clear through the tags. I gotta think Ghostmeat would be happy with that exchange,
Yeah,
though.
that's pretty good. I mean, if you're going for the Oppo build and you have the Oppo in hand, that's a pretty good reason to send out to just let it happen. Especially, interestingly, if you have the Alco and you have the cohort, which can get you cards.
Yes.
And that means you're going to draw so many cards, you could potentially be just saying, I think I can draw into Mindscaping at the end of the line.
Right.
I think I could just draw into everything I need to kill you. Dangerous play, but solid.
Seeing a Sericulture expansion on the far right side of Ghostmeat's hand.
See.
Counter, 2 credits,
Okay.
hard draw.
Pitched a Tattoo Bola for the Cohort Guidance Program. Draw 4 cards to start a turn, very normal.
Let's go petty cash. From
Draw 5, I think. 3 from Alco, 1 from cohort, and mandatory.
Yeah, 1 goes away, I
Yeah.
suppose. But yeah, look at 5 cards. Yeah, seems great. No downside.
Look at 5 cards from the bin.
Petty cash from the bin.
Starting with petty cash from the bin feels good. You got extra money.
Do you see Regenesis on the far right side of Ghostmeat's hand now?
Yeah,
Almost
there
the
is.
hybrid
That is the
release.
danger of that's the danger of going for the Fuji thing.
Your Spin Doctor likely just going to fix up the hand. Like Fut didn't get a good look at the second one.
What's that?
We're off the map here.
That's pretty fun.
One.
Let's see.
Yeah, Fut's a really good way to get the party started. As soon as Fut hits the board, that kind of becomes the mini game that the runner has to play. That card is the closest thing that we've seen to a must-trash asset in a long time.
Yes,
There
so
it
we're
is.
going to see. So the Regenesis got put down, and then immediately followed by the Oppo. So if the runner doesn't run the Regenesis here, next turn, if they just spend the whole turn clearing tags,
Yeah.
which you feel like you have to do, on this turn, you get the free Regenesis plus whatever's in the bin, which
Now,
is so good.
Archives Mark is interesting because now Chris can sweep Archives and
Yeah,
potentially
that's
pop
definitely what you don't want to
Yeah,
see.
yeah, he can make Ghostmeat pop the Spin Doctor and still clear out all those tags. Now, it does cost Chris everything.
It does also mean that you're set up for a second Oppo, though.
Only if you steal.
Only if you steal. But yeah, if you... you could let the runner steal if it's a tiny agenda. That's
Sure.
such a brave thing to
Yeah.
do that I don't think is good in any way.
It is
but
Sericulture in the bin, which I gotta think is going back in. It is,
All right,
as well as Oppo Research.
that's rough to see. If that mark hadn't been our archives, I think you probably could have gotten away with that.
Agreed. The one time that Archives Mark is is probably the best option.
Now, I wonder if, at this point, I mean, I assume you have to clear all the tags. Like, that's what I assume has to happen.
It would be brave not to. There's potentially an argument to go down to 1. Hard to kill off of just a single tag.
The interesting thing, though, is if you know that there was something shuffled back in there, do you say, okay, I'm going to clear 3 tags, and then with the last one, I'm going to go check that server. I think that's a Regenesis.
Now we're going down to 1 tag, 2 credits for
Trying to
Chris.
decide what to do on the last one. You've got the cards in hand. You could potentially say, you're not going to Mindscaping end of the line.
Right.
That's not going to happen. I'm going to go take what I think is probably a Regenesis off the board.
Just click for a
Clicking
credit.
for a credit. Interesting. All right. So now...
All right, cards in hand.
Oh, Ghostmeat asking
Uh-oh.
cards in hand. That's never a good question for the AUCO player to be asking. His cohort.
Credits. I'm gonna trash.
What's the pitch here?
See how this goes.
2 Futs in hand along with some ice and a hybrid release. Looks like Fut is going to be the pitch to cohort. Maybe. Don't forget to draw.
Going up.
Don't forget to draw. Don't forget to... Okay. Potentially miss trigger here.
Sorry? Oh, it is. Did I not draw that yet?
You do. You have to draw as part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, top card. So basically what's going on here, I believe Ghostmeat missed the draw from the cohort. So the top card mandatorily goes to hand.
Yeah.
And then the
Then
AO
you
coach
can go
trigger
do the
happens.
AU coach trigger.
Kind of a little thing, but still important to keep a clean board state here.
Now, assuming this deck is trying to do a end of the line and a bunch of Mindscapings. In a deck like this, if you're running tags, I don't know why you wouldn't run Mindscaping. Just
Agreed.
because it's so versatile. Like, you can run 3
Right.
of them, and if you don't hit with any tags, great. It's just draw, filtering, and money. So I assume that you're doing that. There is the opportunity of just saying, screw it. We'll just try and dig for all of my kill tools and
Makes
go
sense.
for the kill here.
Okay. You have 1 tag, you have 3 credits.
1 tag. We didn't see anything get trashed last turn.
Correct.
Or stolen, so you're not in
Right.
danger of another oppo.
Second off the table, likely a kill off the table as well. No kill pieces in the hand for Ghost Meat.
Let's see. Install.
Here's a new remote.
Install me.
There's another new remote. We're going wide.
That is a new remote.
And last click.
One more click remaining for Ghost Meat. Let's see what he has cooked up for us. We're gonna ice a new remote. Could this be FUT?
Guys,
It could
And
be.
rezzing FUT.
There he
Okay.
is. Very, very powerful executive from Jinteki released in Elevation.
Threatening to do a lot of terrible
Oh yeah,
things here.
FUT gets out of hand very quickly if left unchecked. Just makes every agenda score or steal that much more painful. And really, FUT is what enables a lot of the quote-unquote easy kills from Ayuko. Now, Chris sitting with some pretty good cards in hand. There is a transfer of wealth as well as a couple of breakers.
Don't have to worry about a lot of things though. You only have 3 credits. You only have, and you know that at any time if you just see an agenda on accident, there's the threat of an oppo coming down again.
And the near guarantee of 2 net damage at this point.
Yep.
Chris deep in the tank, hands on head. Showing off the lovely Link tattoo.
Alco is so stressful.
It's a very stressful matchup. I think it's one of the most fun matchups to play, though.
Absolutely.
Maybe Chris disagrees with me at this moment in time, though.
Click 1.
Click 1, we're going to check one of the new remotes. See what this is. Looks like the powers that be. That's going to stay.
Second remote.
Thinking.
Not sure what you potentially res here. Assuming that's...
Yeah, that's
the Regenesis.
Regenesis. Here's 2 net damage.
Okay. Hitting for 2.
Chris with 5 cards in hand. Let's see what goes to the bin. It is, there's a copy of
Ooh,
Carmen.
that
and
Carmen
a
is
Chezva.
rough.
Yeah, losing a killer is always rough against Jinteki. Believe there might be a revolver in hand as well for Chris.
Yeah. Now it's a danger because not only is the oppo a danger, but you still have that tag. You have to clear that tag now because if you or you could
bold.
just try and
We're
win
going.
the game.
Hold my wine. We're going.
No action access.
Fuji's lethal. That's another steal. That's Regenesis.
That's 5 points. Okay, so here, if you don't clear the tag, you do
5 points.
instantly lose, potentially.
You lose
because
to
you lose to end of the line.
If you draw, you lose to Mindscaping end of the line, so we're going to clear the
there we
tag.
go.
This seems wise from Chris.
Yeah. Now, here you have the possibility of, with 3 cards in turn,
Yeah, that's pretty good. That,
I don't think you can kill with FUT here, because FUT's only 2 damage.
FUT is 2 damage currently. Sting is gone, so yeah, I think it would be tough to kill from 2 short of something like a Reaper function.
Alco.
Here's Aoko. Looks like the Hansei review is the draw from Cohort. Seeing another Cohort, a Mindscaping, and a Sericulture expansion from the Aoko trigger.
Mindscaping could be something, potentially. Really would love to probably see another Oppo research.
Yeah.
Although Oppo research is definitely going to send the runner into just frenzy mode of, all right, it's over. I'm just going to take every agenda.
Correct.
Try and find that last
I
point.
think you go tag me on 1 credit
Yeah.
from here.
I am
Now, it is very important as an Aoko player to keep the Aoko cards separate from your hand. They're not in your hand. They are still technically in R&D at this point. Supposed to be a very thoughtful player.
Trying to figure out all possible options.
mandatory draw.
Throwing something in the bin. We'll see what it is. When it potentially gets run. All right.
Here we go.
So many cards drawn. Let's see what we can potentially do here.
Well, there is another Oppo research in hand.
Oh gosh. Okay. Now the danger there is one, like I said, once you score that, once you play that, the runner is just going to say, okay, the game's over. The game is over in terms of next turn. Like,
Right.
next turn, I am almost certainly going to be end of the line or
Precisely.
something with how much Alco triggers there are. How do I win? I just have to go for the win now. All I care about is just stealing agendas wherever they are. And if you have, like, that could lose you the game just on runner checks R&D twice. So
Yeah.
you might want to put down just any piece of ice.
Yeah, 5
Yep,
points.
there
5
it
points
is.
means the sericulture
Piece of ice,
expansion
and then I
lethal.
assume, yep, and there it
There
is.
it is.
Oppo research, right. So that puts now the runner, instead of it just being like, well, I'm just going to check R&D over and over again, desperately do it. I do assume this means that one of the 2 cards on the table is potentially a Spin Doctor.
Spin Doctor or Moonpool would also
Yeah,
keep archives
Moonpool
clean.
also keeps archives clean. All right. Runner is running out of options, but also has 5 points. Either of those ice could potentially be permeable. I haven't seen any multi-access.
Correct.
Yeah.
Most criminal decks these days are not on one-shot multi-access, so not something
Usually
like
just on
Jailbreak.
twinning.
Usually on twinning. Not going to help you much in this position. Chris likely relying on singles to close this one out.
But any single will do it at this point. I mean,
Sometimes
you've
all you
stolen
need-
2 Regenesises. Apart from, there's probably a couple of hybrid releases.
Here's archives.
Are we just going to let it happen?
Here's archives.
Is there nothing in archives?
Maybe. I thought I
Checking through everything that's
checked.
in
I didn't
archives.
see any agendas in
Trying
there.
to decide what to do with it. Okay.
Here's
Resing a
Moonpool. Okay, so
Moonpool.
there must be something in archives worth protecting.
I can trash up to 2 cards. Let's go.
Very powerful Jinteki asset. Big ups to the Borealis playtesters for unleashing this one onto the world.
I love Moonpool.
I do
Moonpool
too.
is one of my favorite cards. Like, just in terms of cards that have been released recently and such, it is one of my favorite cards that I've just seen. It does so many fun things. All right. Going to put an advancement counter on a piece of ice. I assume that's just nothing, but it could potentially be
Now it's
something.
really curious that Ghostbeat isn't opting to put another face-down card into
Wait.
his deck. I don't believe you have to shuffle in only agendas. I believe you can shuffle in any face-down card. You just
Yeah,
only
no, you
get
technically can.
advancements from agendas.
And also, there wasn't an agenda in Archives.
There was one. There was a Sericulture expansion.
Oh, okay. No. I thought that was in hand.
I believe it was in archives. I think that may have been either the cohort or the AUCO discard. We're shuffling the deck for Ghostmeat.
That does take you very low on credits.
Yeah, 4 credits potentially puts you off of a kill. I believe Mindscaping
Oh,
under the line is 5, so this should be a good run here. What's the worst case scenario ice-wise here? Maybe a Nemani?
An enemy would be really bad, especially with the
Tatubola, no big deal.
Tatubola is pretty good, honestly, because it potentially lets the corp gain some money, which you really
Correct.
want right now. Since you're so low on credits, you're worried about not being able to kill with whatever tools that you
Now,
have.
Ghostmeat went down to 2 credits to risk that Tatubola, so Chris seems fairly confident that there's something in hand. There's Mindscaping. Uh-oh.
You see that. Mindscaping is at most 2 damage?
3 damage.
3 damage. Okay, so Mindscaping plus Mindscaping wins the game.
Yeah, double Mindscaping's enough.
Mindscaping
It's R&D.
running there.
What
We're
is
going to
it?
see...
3
Oh,
cards in hand.
gosh.
Even something Saisentan also in play here after the Tatubola
Now
bounce.
you need at least 6 is the amount you need for Mindscaping plus end of the line, if that's going to be your kill strategy.
5, I believe.
5? Is end of
Yeah,
line 3?
End of line 3.
Okay.
This is Boto.
Spending all of it on Boto.
You're not getting in here.
Oh wow.
Oh, letting the
And
Tatubola
that's
fire.
That's gonna deal 2 net damage. Wait, is this last click?
This is click 3, I believe. Chris
Click
can only
3.
draw 1.
So on your turn.
Cohort basis.
Wait, no, but got the extra click from running HQ.
Oh, yes, HQ mark. Thank you.
So can draw 2.
Can draw back up
can
to
draw
live.
2, which means that you can.
14 minutes left in the round.
If you draw 2 here, then the worst that can happen to you is click for 2 credits Mindscaping, which clears your hand.
Well, Cohort can give you the 2 credits as well. Looks like we're going to check HQ again. This is not going to get rezzed. Vanilla no longer in the game.
Okay,
Here we go.
so
Okay, that's not lethal, but it is 2 net damage, and Chris is
that's
flatlined.
game.
That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Ghostmead taking
Wow.
down former world champion
So
Chris
many
Dyer.
possible kill lines, and we found the exact one one of them that'll work.
When stealing an agenda goes wrong, the worst possible hit.
I think the Sericulture might have been from hand, and I think he might have done it specifically to make sure there wasn't a 2 in hand.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
he just said, if that gets stolen, it's over. If that gets stolen, then I could potentially, I lose the game. But if I don't do that, then the only card that can be stolen in my hand is like a ton of damage.
Well played to both of our players.
Really well played.
Ghostmead putting another tally on the side of the airplane, and it's a former world champion. What a run, though, from Chris Dyer.
I love seeing games like this. I love seeing games like this where you get a runner who plays like 2 installs over the course of the game, and it's just all desperately fighting against the tide of net damage.
That's
It's
criminal.
So
That's good criminal, baby.
yeah. Great game. So much fun.
Oh, well played to both players. We're going to have to wait and see if Ghostmead is still live and in contention for top 16.
All right, we're going to take a quick break.
We'll
and then
be back.
once we get the standings, we'll be back to talk about them, see who's in the top cut. Then we're going to go to we are going to go to lunch break, and then after that will be the final top 16 for the World Championships.
It's all coming together.
Yeah.
It's all coming together. We're going to go to a break. My name has been Cranked.
I'm Juniper. Excited to see you in just a bit once we know who's making it into the finals.
Netrunner players. Netrunner players. I'm going to announce the top 32. If you're in the top 16, I'm going to ask you to sort your deck by card type so that we can make deck checks faster and easier for our volunteers during lunch. I'm asking all top 16 players to be back here for 12:50. I will read that 16 out somewhat quickly so that y'all can get some food. All right. So in first place with 38 points, Analyze Chris, champ of Swiss. In second place, Alpi. In third place, Leech Road. In fourth place, Angelilio. In fifth place, Kikai. In sixth place, D-Dark. In seventh place, VT. In eighth place, Zomsraft. In ninth place, Bowsley. In 10th place, Rongi Doge. In 11th place, Trat. In 12th place, Ice Cream College. In 13th place, Cable Carnage. In 14th place, Mortivore. In 15th place, Davs. In 16th, and our final player in the top 16, Sleeper. If all players in the top 16 could sort their decks and bring them up to HQ, that would be great. For the top 32, we do have prizes for you to also pick up front. So in 17th, we have Count Zero. In 18th, we have Captain Nice. In 19th, we have Test running. In 20th, we have Eden. In 21st, we have Deer. In 22nd, we have Cobra Bubbles. In 23rd, we have Bright Sides. In 24th, we have Rotom Appliance. In 25th, we have Johnny. In 26th, we have Ghost Meat. In 27th, we have Benvelopment. In 28th, we have Cyber Shark. In 29th, we have Goshawk. In 30th, we have Frydon. In 31st, we have Rahi. And our 32nd player, oops, and I tapped away, is Bridgman. Everyone from 17 to 32, please make sure to come to HQ and get your playmat. Everyone who participated in day 2 can go next door, tell AMS that you're owed some side event tickets, 2 of them, and you can redeem those for prizes. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you after lunch.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Netrunner players. We're back from Edinburgh, Scotland with the 2025 World Championships. My name is Cranked.
I'm Juniper.
And you just heard Isengrin announce the top 16 contestants here at the World Championships. We started with about, I believe, 360 players.
Yep.
We've whittled that field down to just 16 players that are still in contention for the title of 2025
and when
World
we come
Champion.
back after lunch, we'll be seeing all of them compete in the final bracket. But for now, you want to talk about who's actually in it real quick?
Yeah, let's go through the list just top to bottom, starting off undefeated in Swiss. Analyze Chris.
Absolutely incredible.
Dominant.
The decks are assumedly, I mean, I don't think we've seen them on stream, but assuming they're pretty standard archetypes we've seen. Sable and Leo are the 2 most popular decks here today by far. But just an incredible performance.
Yeah, truly dominant. We saw a similar performance out of Jai last year. Chris actually, I believe, won up to Jai with one additional win in Swiss.
Because Chris was undefeated and the next person behind them was 2 wins down instead of 1 win. Chris couldn't ID with anyone in the first round today and had to play it out.
Yeah.
So we ended up getting 12 wins instead of 11.
After Chris, we have, I believe it's pronounced Alpi. Apologies if I've pronounced your name incorrectly. Representing 2 very different IDs. They're still in the same faction.
This is maybe what I'm most excited about. Still purple and blue, but Mirror Morph and Baz.
Oh, yeah.
Mirror Morph and Baz. Let me check how many people actually played Mirror Morph and Baz. Baz has... There were 7 Baz players and 8 Mirror Morphs total in the tournament. Both less than 3% of the entire field.
I have no idea what these decks could be doing. I have some assumptions. Mirror Morph, whenever I see Mirror Morph, I'm assuming it's doing some combo nonsense, fast advance, I don't know, maybe something like Foot Gun Frenzy. But
I like Baz against Leo, honestly, because you're rezzing so much ice.
Oh,
In
yeah.
a field with so many Alco is worrying, but in a field where there's so much Leo and Glacier, honestly, it might feel pretty good.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. Following up in third place, we have Leech Road, also representing Leo and Sable.
Yeah.
Kind of the story of the tournament.
Yeah, so many of those.
Criminal, HB, Glacier's back, baby. And then following up after Leech Road in fourth place, some different IDs for a change. We have Angedello with Hoshiko and Epiphany Analytica. NBN.
Now, this is interesting, because NBN, only 8.9% of the field was on NBN.
Yeah.
Like, it's lower than even Wayland, and yet there's only one Wayland in the entire top 16, I believe. And meanwhile, there's two different Nebulas, along with just past the cut at slot 18, or not two different Nebulas, two different NBNs, and just past the cut at slot 18, another NBN. NBN outperforming Wayland, even with Wayland having a much larger cut of the field today.
Yeah, I did not have NBN on my bingo card. And then Hoshiko, it remains to be seen what the Hoshiko deck is doing. A lot of flexibility within that identity.
It's good Anarch stuff.
It's just good
No matter
Anarch.
what you're doing, you can always get good stuff out of Hoshiko.
After Angedello, we have the Surveyor himself, Kikai, in fifth place, representing Sable, and our first Ayuko in the cut.
Great.
We saw Kikai on stream yesterday, I believe, right?
Yeah. Lost, I believe, in
Lost,
that game,
on
but
the
it did a
Sable.
great job.
Yeah, clearly.
And Ayuko is still great. We've seen it today multiple times. We've seen Aoko so many times on stream already. It's a really good deck. It's really hard to play against.
Yeah.
It's really, really solid.
Even though it's a known threat, like it can still absolutely take down games with relative ease. Next up, we have D-Dark in sixth place.
Oh yeah, D-Dark in sixth place. Leo and then another Sable.
Yep.
All over the place here. Veti with Aoko and Lou.
Lou,
Lou is an
yeah.
interesting choice, especially, Lou doesn't feel good against Leo, but
Correct.
it feels great against Aoko.
Now, it depends on what the Lou is doing, I suppose. If there's Ice Destruction, I can see that shoring
true.
up
Yeah,
the
that
Leo
could be good.
matchup if they're doing something like Chisel Charm. Do you want to trash your Ice to Chisel, or do you want to trash it to Leo?
Yep. But we'll see what that deck is doing. Then Zomsraft with another Epiphany. Are they in the same testing group?
I don't know. I should have asked.
Yeah, I'll have that check because it would make sense given that there's multiple Epiphanies in the top
Right.
cut. In fact, they're also both playing a Hoshiko. So if there's not the same testing group, there's probably some connection there.
Yeah, or at least some
I
overlap
would
there.
assume there's something there
Yeah.
between the two of them. But both performing really well and excited to see what those do. Bowsley with an Aoko and a Lat.
First Shaper. First Shaper of the cut. Shaper, I think, potentially underperforming. I know they're the least represented runner faction, but there's a lot of speculation that this was going to be a bit of a resurgence of Shaper, given that Creative Commission coming off the ban list.
Unfortunately, we didn't really see it, and the only two Shapers in the top cut are Lats.
Yeah.
Which is never a good sign for me. I mean, respect Lat, but
Still some scars from last year?
Oh, it's just boring. It's just the most boring shape.
Sorry,
possible.
Lat players, I agree. But clearly an amazing performance from Bowlsley. Number 10, my whole heart, my father, Rongi Doge, representing Sable and Ayuko. The decks that, he's been grinding these decks for months.
Yeah.
I really hope we can get Rongi on stream. Rongi, you have to see his mannerisms at the table to be believed. He is so intimidating to play against.
Oh my gosh.
I won't spoil anything, but Ian, I love Ian so much.
Hell yeah.
In 11th place, we have Trat representing Sable and Nuving.
Let's go. This
Yeah.
is my choice for the tournament. Not for any personal reason. I just love Nuvum. I've been playing Nuvum forever. Before it was any good, and then after it was bad again. It had one brief surgence in the meta, and
Shout out
during
Jai.
that surgence from Jai, I was really annoyed because I wanted to play funny meme decks with it, and now suddenly it's good, and everyone's prepared to go against Nuvum, and no one's surprised by me running Moonpool in it. But I'm so excited to see a Nuvum. Very curious what it's doing. I assume it's measured response. Like if you play measured response in Nuvum, there's so many ways to kill with it. But
Yeah.
we'll see. It could be Jai was doing more of a fast advanced strategy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you can do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 12th place, we have Ice Cream College, I believe, representing Tiebreakers, playing Hoshiko and Ayuko. It is still another, tag and bag kill Ayuko, but a little bit more emphasis on the tag. There's false leads. There's orbital superiorities.
Oh gosh.
So it's
fascinating.
It's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, I'm curious how much variation we're going to see in some of these decks because there's so many Leos and there's so many Aokos and so many Hoshikos. Actually, notably, there's a ton of Sables and a ton of Hoshikos, but that's it. There's there are no
mostly hot,
mushies
right?
in the entire top cut, which
All right,
is
that settles it. Sable's better.
Mushi is
Stats don't lie.
Mushi actually had more of a representation in the tournament than Hoshiko by a fair amount.
Wow.
Or by one.
Oh, okay. All right.
But one more, and then only 20 behind Sable. Sable being the largest by far. But not quite making it there. Not a single Mushi making it into the top cut.
13th place, we have Cable Carnage representing the Snare Bears, playing Hoshiko. Very interesting build of Hoshiko. With a little bit of everything, little ice destruction, little multi-access, dolls, just everything on the smorgasbord, and then Jiteki restoring humanity. It's a Sisyphus protocol build.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Buckle up.
We saw one of those on stream. That's going to be interesting because I feel like Sisyphus not as good against Hoshiko, especially with the ice destruction decks. Devastating against Sable.
Yes.
Just if you utterly destroy. We saw. I got to commentate a game where we watched Sable just get destroyed by a Hoshiko.
Right.
Get destroyed by Sisyphus. And so if we see that happen, like, that's one of the matchups where and it's going to be rough because there's actually 2 restoring humanities in their slot 13 and I believe slot 16.
16 sneaking in.
And both of those are low in the cut. And if you're higher in the cut, you get to choose which side you play.
For round one.
For round
one
yeah,
specifically.
You get to choose if you play Corp or Runner. And that's going to potentially be rough because if they're up against the Sable, almost certainly the Sable's going to say, no, I'm playing my Corp.
Right.
You're not playing RH against me. I know that matchup is so bad for me.
I'm not rolling the boulder up the hill today.
Definitely matchups where you wanted to place higher, but we'll see. I mean, hopefully the Runner decks are just as good.
14th place, we have Mortivore playing Ayuko and Sebastian
Let's
Sousa
go,
Pessoa.
Seb. Hell yeah. How
Yeah.
many Sebs were there in the tournament? There were
15?
13 total. So yeah, 3.6%, reasonable amount.
Very good.
Still far more than the Bazes in the tournament. Wild that one of the main decks is a Baz.
Sorry to the Baz heads out there.
I love it. I love Baz. Baz is awesome.
Yeah. 15th place, we have Dabs131 representing Ayuko and another unique ID, Essa.
Yeah, Essa also up right up there with Saz, only right up there with Seb, only 12 in the tournament. I'm curious what that looks like.
I am too. This would seem to be a somewhat hostile meta to Essa.
Yeah, that's not the Essa we saw on stream, was it? I just saw an Essa on stream. It might have been that one actually. But
someone in chat, correct us.
Yeah. Either way, it's an exciting matchup. Love to see Essa. Been a
Me too.
big fan of them. So we'll see how that goes.
And then finally, in 16th place, we have Sleeper representing Jiteki restoring humanity and Lat. So another shaper.
Maybe my single least favorite 2 decks in this tournament, in the top 16. No, I'm sure they're going to be fun to watch and a beautiful performance, but Lat and then probably Sisyphus restoring humanity hurts my soul.
So that's our top. That's our top cut.
Yep, that's our top cut.
Every faction represented, except for Nova and Ampere. Sorry.
Yeah.
But really great stuff from all performers.
I do have to comment. I do have to give the special award. Let's see who won it. Thomas Haas, congratulations, winning the coveted You Got 69th Place award. Nice job. Nice job.
Real nice job.
Also, I also have to comment. I have to say, as wonderful as this tournament has been, absolutely devastating for the pronoun meta. Entire he/him strap on the top. If anyone wants to suddenly announce that they're changing their pronouns for the top cut, I will cheer for you the entire way through.
Now's the time to do it.
Now's the time to do it. You will get the support of the commentary booth. But no, it's gonna be fantastic. I'm really excited to see it. Hopefully, we can get Chris. We can watch some of Chris's stuff, because I don't think Chris got to be on stream and ended up going 12-0.
Yeah.
I really want to see the Mirror Morph and the Baz. Really want to see what's going up there, especially the Baz. I'm a big fan of that. And also, if at some point the Nuvum is doing really well, I might be like, hey, I'm subbing in for commentary.
I don't
have
blame
to let
you.
me do this. I gotta watch the Nuvum. So
I lobbied for
we'll see how it
Nebula
goes.
yesterday, so it's only fair you get to lobby for Nuving today.
But yeah, really exciting tournament.
I'm thrilled. I
Yeah.
can't wait. The electricity.
We'll be back after the break. Eric and Andre will be commentating the first few rounds of finals.
Not comedian Eric Andre, but Eric and Andre. The Eric Andre show is on a different network.
But yeah, they'll be commenting. That'll be after lunch breaks. That'll be probably in about half an hour, 40 minutes.
I believe 12:50 our time, so yeah, about 25 to 30 minutes-ish.
Yes.
So yeah, go grab a snack, grab a sandwich, grab
Yep.
lunch of your own if you're in roughly the same time zone as us.
We'll be back then. See you then.